Resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Tennessee Titans. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
218, chop.
It's south, baby. That's baby south.
Hey, orbit. 5.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot, and that's caught inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
You got nothing.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they got themselves a 1st down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Michael Thomas. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They needed a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Recon, 132 fighter. Ready?
On second down, Eckler. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A good chance. This is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
50, plant.
Here we go.
22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers.
Here we go on second and 12. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They'll look to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the slam. 26. Watch the 26. Hey, Alpha.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Outlaw. 6'6", bullet high.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it here with Hunt. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 22 yards there, a first down. Now Gordon on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here. Finds his tight end Ingram. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
Ready? Chopper! Chopper!
I got him.
Ready, ready?
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
He can run for it, and he will. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Rodgers. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Akeem Hicks picks up his second sack of the afternoon. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Tremaine Brock. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Rodgers now to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Letting one go deep for the end. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the former Titan, Tyrann Mathieu, with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. Here's Gordon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. That's caught. It's Thomas. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
88.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Denzel Perryman, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And caught by Thomas. Touchdown, Chargers. Michael Thomas with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They run again with Hunt. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. On first down, Hunt. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
61, matchbox light. Bravo.
2nd and 9 now. And this is Gabriel on the catch. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter.
Here we go, set. 22-jet bombers, 22-jet bombers.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Switch. Watch the safety creep. Hatchet. Get it.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That'll bring up 4th down after back-to-back-to-back 3-yard pickups. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Titan, Tyrann Mathieu, with a pick. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Rodgers going to throw again. Able to get this to Gordon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
And the Chargers first down.
Rodgers now on first down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Touchdown, L.A. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins got home that time.
17 yards. Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. He'll take it at the 42. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Rodgers throwing here. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
First down, Los Angeles.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with him.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Anderson Aho.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays.
And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. He's going to let it go deep for the... And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. John Ross with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now a desperation throw. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for our visitors, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.